Any other 10s. What? My last Vel game, you have to do beating Ezreal and low elo, so screwed. Whichever one you want, man. We're gonna go over it. Okay, not much then. But we're looking at some basic level. Ooh, I love this. Okay, what is the name? What is the name of the account? I'm gonna drop the diamond too again. I'm scared, chat. Hold me. Hold me, chat. Okay. This is the one. Oh yeah. K-Clud. K-Kona-Clud. Timer ding dong. Ooh. Beady Boy with Ludens. Bunch of Heimer. Challenger Velcoz. 2-8. Seems like a lot of deaths, but the build seems very correct. Whichever one you want, told you. Whichever game you say. It's interesting that you're doing the same build on Heimer. I've never tried it. One below the lowest. This one? Okay. Oh, you got a pretty good combo with your team. Very good combo. Yeah, this is a good game for a Speedy Boy. Very, very good game. Okay. We're going into this one, chat. I imagine some badass transition because we were working on that. I'm like, big transition. Ooh, we're in the game now. I gotta move my camera. You guys can see the map. There you go. Okay. Speedy Boy, the usual start. I'm curious about the runes. Okay, a little bit different from the what one Speedy Boy did yesterday that we watched. So we got Ultimate Hunter, which is more like late game based. Taste of Blood is trading. Transcendence. So Taste of Blood is for survival, and Transcendence, Gathering Storm, all a bit late game, and Ultimate Hunter a bit late game. So we're going for like a semi carry. Which honestly, this comp wouldn't be necessary because you got like shit ton of damage, but it's irrelevant because we're looking at low velo, so it's all about you. Team comps don't mean much. Shouldn't rely too much on teams because just fuck that. Make your impact the highest one, so that's fine. Also, when you're going for late game strats in low velo, you get extra benefit because people are very, very sloppy at closing out games. Extremely sloppy, like platinum below. People are horrible at closing out games. So inherently building for late game is beneficial because one late game pick, two late game picks just turn the game around. So this is pretty smart. And Taste of Blood just to survive this. So cool. Is this Atrix team? What is this? Yep. Okay. You didn't need to help her that much. Might lose a little bit of tempo here. But it's fine. I usually do like 2-3 auto attacks Q. Should be enough. Here you just have to let him push. If you overstep, you get hooked and lose the trade. She did exactly that. That was a good save, honestly. That was a really good save. Because the only thing you guys can do here is just sit back. Because you help this, they didn't help here. So you're playing decent distance, and she gets hooked. And what you do is what you shoot around Thresh into the carry, which significantly lowers the amount of damage she takes, which is a very smart peel. And then she gets quite healthy out of that. It's not even a bad trade. It's like, just gonna regain that. You got a mana flow ban, so that was a perfect play, right off the bat. Very smart. You just gotta play safe until you kind of like can maintain the. He's not respecting that Thresh. Like, this is extreme low velo, and that's exactly what's gonna happen. You're gonna have to save her like a million times in this one. Let's be real. She doesn't know what Thresh does, apparently. She plays like a bot. She literally just presses auto attack. This is bronze elo. Okay, nice try with the W for mana flow ban. You don't want to use too much mana. The more mana you expend, it's you're alone. Then she's alone, and she's gonna lose. Here, shooting W is pointless. Okay, you got the mana flow ban already on the Q. Shooting W will just waste your mana. It's gonna set up the wave in such a way that she doesn't know how to deal with it. You're gonna deal a little bit of too much damage on the backline, which means turret is gonna one-shot them and she's gonna miss those minions, and it's just unnecessary. So just shoot early game only when mana flow ban. That's again unnecessary Q. Like, only when mana flow ban is available. Because you can't poke them out too much to make the lane one, unless it's like very hard early trades. Here, this guy got very low at because he missed position. This is where you shouldn't W. This is where you shouldn't do anything on Thresh. These are both mistakes. You might try the Q here, like directly here to catch him behind the wave. But here's just pointless wasting. Get level 3. He's very low. Get level 3. It's either both summoners or he dies. If you land it. So you don't even have to hit Thresh. You play more aggro. You should position more aggressively here. She committed. You should commit as well. See, this is where you're late. You could have maybe won that. And that's just a mismatch. I think maybe even indirectly you baited her by going aggro. But you getting Thresh low triggered her monkey sense. It's like, Thresh low, me go. Right? And then she fucks it up. But if you play it patient... Yeah, I saw the minion block. But it's like... You just have to wait a level 3 without using anything. Wait out for the level 3. Get them, like, you have enough mana for a full combo at that point. And full combo kills this guy. Even kills Thresh, because Misfortune is going to hit him once or twice. And then, even if you can't commit, just fucking flash. Because this stands out, like, in low velo more than ever. Even a bad play done together is a good play. Ape strong together, right? Like, even a bad play is good if you do it, like, together and if you roll on the same page, if you're coherent. So even if she makes like a risky engage like that, just follow it up. Doesn't matter. You might fix it. I'm telling you. That's a good first buy, a really good one. I like that. Especially because they did use some summoners and kills will happen, so getting that early Dark Seal is very, very beneficial. You got both summoners, she has flash, you can use this for advantage. She didn't buy anything? She didn't have money, yikes. Her farm is atrocious, but Draven is at 8. God damn, the seal. Okay. She's fighting alone, which is to be expected. You're there. Unnecessary W. It's a bit too spammy early game. It makes you predictable. So you gotta pace your abilities. That's a good check. That's a good check. Those are pretty good. You flush them out of the brushes, which are the most... you can... If Thresh or any hooking character, like any dangerous character, Leona, Alistar, Thresh, Nautilus, they go in a brush. You Q, flush them out of there. They're gonna feel threatened. They leave. That opens up the playing field for your AD carry. Now they don't have to be afraid, hence they get more CS. It's kind of an indirect chain of events, and you don't see that as beneficial, but your AD carry gains more farm, and it's pretty good. They feel safer. Also, that E there you shouldn't use. E randomly is like it's a beginner Velcoz thing. A lot of Velcoz players fall into that pit, and like they use E every time they can. And E is like such a risky move. You always want to try to set it up with Q, either by hitting Q, slowing them, or baiting them with Q like into the backwards combo, right? So E needs to be set up. The only time you would use it is like maybe when cannon minion is low, you know they're gonna come forward, so you do like a Hail Mary all in on that fucking space. You either miss a cannon or you get like a shit ton of damage, right? Spamming E alone is that good. Not to mention, once you use it for the next 15 seconds, you're useless. They can just do whatever they want. This is good, Vi in good position. You can probably kill Thresh here. Okay, you should have flashed there earlier. Yeah, the W was peak. That's you being indecisive. Like W then flash after is just either go all in or don't go in at all. If you flashed earlier, EW would have killed. So yeah, again, kind of decisiveness. Just commit. This is bronze. So we're focusing on very simple things, like being coherent, being decisive, go in or don't go, depends whether you're like reason it's worth it. Here it would have been worth it if you did it. You could even not do it, still would be better than this. Again, if you make a call, do it fully, and then you know if the call was right or wrong, and that's how you improve. By doing a call half-assed, you never know if it could have worked, and then you learn nothing. You just made a play, which is like, you don't know if it's good, you don't know if it's bad, because can do. Spamming W is also a mistake. Support is Q. Support primary weapon is Q. That's all this like kind of spammable. And even that you have to pace a little bit. E, W are come in pair basically. So yeah, this elo not dying, reading out the plays, doing them decisively, that's all you kind of need to do. That's again standalone E, but because you spam W, you didn't have that follow-up, which didn't result in true damage. And again, it's kind of irrelevant. Another W, which is you running out of mana, now you're useless. Another Q. Like this is when I watched Speedy Boy's first game, he was too spammy. Same exact mistake. Too spammy, leaving you vulnerable. These are all like non-warranted Qs. Like you're shooting a Q that has like 20-15% chance of landing, which is not good at this point. Yeah, like you got mana flow band stacked up, but even with that, you can shoot Q every 10-15 seconds, and then you're useless. Thresh, terrible positioning, but again, if he had mana, he would have get fucked. Now you guys just want to reset the lane, shove it out, leave. They can get a power spike. You got enough for an amp tome or boots, basically. You just Q the wave, help him shove, and go home. That one should be alive. Oh? What? Okay, you gotta respect their positioning here. Okay, nice. You should be fine. Yep. You never know with Kiana. Now you leave this. You don't want to fight this at all. Just leave that. You gotta reset as soon as possible. This was your perfect reset opportunity because you did shove. This is gonna bounce. I mean, this is a bit higher elo strats. This is a bit more macro based. But yeah, you guys shoved in. This will be opportune moment because they're coming out with a recall. If Draven stays, it is his mistake. If they focus on Dragon, you can't steal it. You can't stop it. Like, just thinking ahead, there's no good outcome here. They come stronger. They got more numbers. Dragon is uninterruptible. You got good wave positioning, so it's perfect time to recall. There's just nothing to do here in lane standing. Oh, there is a way to climb. You just have to not rely on teammates. That's the point in bronze. Point in bronze is to not rely on teammates. See, they do Dragon, and it's impossible to interrupt. She doesn't recall for some reason. Like, I guess she wants BF, but Like, I don't know. You build like Essence Reaver. Now they do Dragon, she overextends. She's probably gonna die to Kiana. Oh, that was terrible by Kiana, but yeah, she doesn't want to use Flash. Okay. That was Kiana is tilted now. That was terrible by everyone involved, and that's what happens in bronze. So just positioning, staying alive is the best thing you can do, because they're gonna lose the game themselves. You don't have to win the game; they're gonna lose it. You just have to know where to stand. That's it. Now she gets a BF. You got Amptone, perfect. 2 control words are a bit too much early, but sure, can't blame you for that one. Because there's no dragon, there's no reason really to waste money for 2 control words this early. Especially until you get your first spikes, because getting your Mobies, getting your Twin Shadows are really big spikes. After that you can spam Vision because you got your core. Here you're just like kind of absorbing experience and shooting. Again, shooting a little bit too much because they have to recall, and even if you hit them you're not going to do much. You want that level 6 power play? Yeah, that's free. You have tempo here. It already carries recall. You can bully him here. You can force his flash easily. There we go.
Executed.
That's pretty good. Okay, there's a 6 play. Remembering Thresh doesn't have flash. Focusing on Draven is kind of risky because he has summoners and lanterns, so you can easily kill him with like the combo. He missed position. He should die here. He should die. You should have triggered early. Again, decisiveness. It is picked up, but could have been you, and that's a big difference. Kill an AD carry and you. It's a big difference. You want the kill. Like, even if whatever elo you are, you want it, but this is bronze, so you specifically want to kill. You really want to kill, because she's going to go ahead and do something like this, right? Like, you want the kills, all of them. You have 10 kills, get 11. You don't care. Positioning lead at this elo is not even a thing. Get the money. As the only player you control is yourself, and you're the only reliable person. This is going to be a decent wave, I guess. Shouldn't have touched it, but whatever. We're going to skip that. It's irrelevant. Here, you don't have for, sadly, Mobies due to nerf, so you get Boots and Adder Wisp firm. Okay, if you didn't buy... Oh, okay. Variation. If you didn't buy that early pink, you could have had Mobies here. Just selling it doesn't get value. That's why I criticized that 2 pinks early. They weren't necessary. Lost Chapter strat, it's fine. It's not a big deal, honestly. Not a big deal. For this comp, especially Speedy Boy would work better, like the original one. But Ludens in this elo is, I guess, a bit more of a consistent build. You want to be the mid late game carry. No, it is fine. It is fine. Like you guys think fucking items, like optimizing your item build to like few percentage like it will change in low elo. Bronze, you just have to not die, have common sense, you're gonna climb, okay? He doesn't need to do proper full-on Speedy Boy to impact mid, top, bot, roam around, get vision, create dragons, macro push. Like, it's unnecessary, okay? He's playing for lane with this, and it does fix his big flaw, which is spamminess. No, it is pretty safe to go to Mustar. Pretty safe, you can get Sinnoh. Okay. As soon as you get ult, you can play again for Thresh, because no flash. There we go, this is the opportunity. As soon as he uses that, he has no interruption. You combo, full combo here. That wasn't a full one, sadly. But yeah, you could have probably saved her if you did a full one. Pretty sure you had the cooldowns, right? Pretty sure you had the cooldowns here. You kind of panic hard, just but if you did E here, you would probably hit Draven as well. They'll just get fucked, but it doesn't matter. You're fed now. You're fed now, and you're getting closer to Ludens. Which, from the time you buy Lost Chapter to the time you buy Ludens is kind of a weak point, and this is why I don't like it on support. Because when you buy this, it's good, you can spam, but 850 gold is a lot for support, and you have to come back with 850 for blasting one, then another 1050, which is really slow on support again, to get the Ludens. So the sooner you get that, the better. Steal everything you can. This wave needs to be bounced, so you gotta shove another wave. Gotta shove another wave, then reset. Okay, you're maxing Q. Good, good. Recall. Use the money. Recall, use the money. You don't need to stay here. Like, you can auto take it once just to get the money and get the fuck out. Because you got a lot of money, you need to reset this. So you can use the spike. Okay, you didn't need to fall back that much. You kind of lost like 3-4 seconds of just walking, but that's minor optimization, irrelevant to this elo. You can either complete boots or rush Ludens here. You get Mobies, which is a good choice. I like it. As the earlier you buy Mobies, the more valuable they are. And you couldn't buy them last recall due to money, so you kind of adapted, which is perfectly fine. This dragon, your Vi is late. I would honestly give it. They're not irrelevant in low Vila, especially. They're really not irrelevant. Dying for it is not worth it. You don't have ult yet. He wants to fight, so you gotta join. You can probably win this fight easily. I would have queued before that, but that's good. It's good enough. I would have just queued like this to get him to funnel more into it, I guess, and just get that leading QR. But this is fine, like it's more than enough. So this, I argue this is worth for you, because getting fucking Cloud for 2 kills in low velo is it's not that smart, because you can snowball that, right? How you punish plates. Beautiful. The third is almost down. Probably get it this way. Got a lot of plates right before they disappeared. Like that. We're spiking up in gold nicely. Good vision score as well for this elo. Pretty good. Okay. Now you're playing a bit safer, which is smart. You want to get that ult again, and you're running Ultimate Hunter with 3 stacks, so your ult should be up soon. This is peel, disengage. When he does something like that, when Thresh does something like that, feel free to combo with Thresh, because you're either gonna hit the AD carry who takes the lantern, or you're gonna delay AD carry from taking the lantern, which is good enough to avoid like to weather the CC from Thresh and just peel off. So yeah, kinda aggressive by Thresh. He gets punished. That's a good Q, almost double. You play aggressive here. You should play more aggressive here. Like, see, like this is why micro optimizations don't mean much in low velo, because they're gonna die there no matter what. But All Shield played it very passive there, even though he's full HP, has both summoners and they're very low. At that point, you just like steamroll over them. You walk into them, you want them to hit you, because they're gonna die anyway. You don't care if you're like 60% HP at that point. But this is why it doesn't matter that much to micro optimize, because they don't care. If they want to die, they're gonna die. Because people are stupid here. So you could have played it more aggressive, and you should have. But for this elo, again, not very relevant. You can finish the turret, and it's that way you open up roaming for yourself. You should finish up the turret. No, fuck AD carry, dude. No. Velcoz, that's the beauty of Velcoz. You can get money. You can utilize it very well. In a lot of cases, better than your carries. And that's just objectively. And then subjectively, because it's solo queue, you want all of it. Because you're the only person you can rely on. You're the only guy you can control. It's called solo queue for a reason. Like, it's not team ranking. You almost got Ludens. You can sell all of this shit to get Ludens, because it's a huge spike at this point. You can sell the pink ward potions. Because going out with this money is just... Yep. Sell it. Sell potion. You don't need 2 potions at this point. You're baiting it, I guess. Okay. If you waited, I would rather sell 2 potions and keep up the pink, but again, that's just... Because now is where pinks become more relevant, because you're going into roaming style, and you're going into like dragon fights. At this point, you want to roam and you want to fight dragons. They lack all 3 turrets. All 3 of their initial turrets fell down, and this is where a lot of low elo players and wife was yelling at. This is the point where low elo teams have no fucking idea what to do. You kill 3 turrets. You kill 3 turrets and it's gone. Like, you lose all sense of gameplay. And because map naturally condenses on this part, opponents have easier time rotating. And you guys are gonna push mindlessly and probably like give a bit of a comeback. And this is why low elo is like coin flippy. Here you want to control the river with pink wards, suffocate them in their jungle, and then bait them out into objectives like dragon and shit like that. And that's why pinks are insanely valuable now. So just remember, 15 minutes plus spam pink wards, especially because you got the core items. Okay, solid ult. That should be Talon. Nice. Again, worth it. Again, worth it. What the hell is happening here? That was a terrible herald. Okay. 207. You didn't die flawless. This is where you can press on again. He has no tempo. He has no one on the map. You can play more aggressive. Gotta establish dominance. But that comes later because you obviously didn't play much. So first things first, you learn how to survive and not die. And then you start pushing your gameplay to the edge without dying. Yeah, this is really good. Teemo is just dominating this part. But yeah, who cares? Now you gotta focus on dragons. Next dragon should be yours. And it's gonna be Infernal. Oh. Yeah, you're recalling for... I don't know, 2 pink wards before dragon. The only thing you can get with this money, I guess.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Go. This is...
Killing spree.
You bought an Amp Tome. That's greed. That's kind of greed. You don't need that Amp Tome. Okay, you sold potions for pink ward. So we got 1. We should have bought 2, but it's fine. Yeah, this dragon is the priority now. And you're not really taking it for dragon. Like, you got what? 100 ability power. 190. Okay, so the dragon here gives you 8 ability power. The dragon here gives you 8 ability power, which is worth about 150 gold. And you don't quite care about it. You care about doing the dragon for the sake of baiting them out of the base, and then you fuck them up. Teemo, as long as you don't play into his shrooms, you're good. So you gotta play, make them come to you. Okay, done, dude. You're running versus Jay, which is fine, but then you're kind of this is good. This is good 1v1ing Draven because it's valuable to have support dominate the AD carry, but then you're kind of neglecting your role, which is creating vision, which is not that punishing at this moment because you get it anyway. That's why supports don't lane too much, because they need flexibility so they can rotate and ward. That's why you're like, we go Mobies and then you play for rotations and ganks. Oh, here comes the shroom. Hey, good ward. Oh shit, you found him. And you didn't combo. That was really slow, but you did survive. No! Oh man, that area. Okay, that was pretty slow. You could have lived here easily. Like, you did spot him. It was on top of a shroom, so it'll probably look weird in a trinket. But then you just combo there. You combo and you get the fuck out. Yeah, there's no objectives to lose, so not a huge deal. But yeah, playing into Teemo side is the rough part here. So Baron is one of the tougher objectives for your team because Teemo tends to go top lane. Should more kind of stick to this side. He's just gonna continue cheesing like this. Okay, what do we got? Now you're going to get a Wisp. I wouldn't honestly do this. If you choose to go Luden Zeko, you don't have to go Twin Shadows. Because it's kind of slow. Twin Shadows is a third item or a second on support, which is very slow. Because by now you would have used Twin Shadows quite a lot of times and dominate the map. Buying them now till like 25 minutes is kind of late. You don't get it. Now you want more late game items, more expensive items. Now you kind of want to go get Landry's. Okay. Marijuana is dying. A combo. You could have probably killed the Thresh there. You can still do. You gotta play more aggressive there. If you have a frontline, just play more aggressive. That's a good combo. That's a fast combo. That's how we gotta react. That's a really good one. This guy should die as well. Didn't reactivate the Q, but he's fine. Yeah, should get him. Yep. Oh, what the fuck was that flash? Teemo behind you. Should die. Yeah, that's fine. Vi is pushing top lane. Could go here, but yeah. This was very aggressive left, right. Should have gone to this guy. Maybe he could have killed him. Okay, that's a good combo. There we go. Got baited. This is Bronze Elo. If doing work, you can get this objective. You guys are dominating this map, and you won, I think, every lane. Well, not really. Top lane, no. But everything else was fine. And the bot lane you won because of you. Your misfortune was garbage, okay? Your misfortune early game was horrible. You got hooked every single time. And you're the only reason she's not, like, doomed in this game. So the bot lane would have lost without you. That's a good thing. That's a good sign. Okay, soon Dragon will be coming up. Do we want to play for that one again? Possible. They're kind of greedy here, so you can follow it up. Okay. You can probably peel from like long range, but don't risk your life for them. That's just their fault straight up. And this is smart, not coming very close to them. Ah, that word jump. And this guy has been watching some Gripex montages. No objective to lose. You're fine here. Okay, not contesting this. Cool. Got 1.8k. I should probably recall here. This is a bit aggressive. Okay, they don't punish you though. Okay, you could have died there. That was very aggressive. That was very aggressive going there. This is where you should recall. It's right before Dragon, 1 minute. And you have nothing to do when your team is dead. Your entire team was dead, so you can't go put vision because they have dominance of the map. So going for that greedy, just reset, use the money, get Twin Shadows, come back for Dragon. You want to get that spike. You don't want to stand with too much money a lot. It would be better to give you a losing game lane. Doesn't really matter. It only matters the mistakes you show. Because a lot of people show mistakes in winning games, and they give me a winning game thinking that they played it perfectly, but then they don't realize, and that's why they're mistakes. They're blind to their mistakes. And that shows me that they don't notice their mistakes that they're making, and you can still optimize your performance. But yeah, whichever one is good. Okay. Perfect calculation. That was really good spread of the combo, dude. That was fucking smooth.
Double kill.
Like laser here immediately move for the bleed to finish, and then you like spread your combo in two so they all die. That's free dragon and you can push. That was great. I like that. Nah, this is good, you like you're playing Velcoz better than these guys are playing their champs. Okay, that was fucking horrible. Like, dude, I just gave you praise. What the hell? I just gave you praise, man. Yeah, fucking Timo. Whatever, you got the objectives. That was not the best play, yeah. At that point, if a guy is behind you, just try to like, if you don't see there's too much chance you'll live, you can just combo, hope it lands. You either trade a kill or just die, not use summoners. You don't hinder yourself for later on, but that's alright. Because in low velo, honestly, as long as you gain objectives, it's fine. As long as you gain objectives, it's fine. Because that's what sticks. Kills are just... People get kills all the time. Like, their comp has 16 kills. They shouldn't have them. They're so far behind. They should not have 16 kills. And they're gonna get them. But you guys are dominating the macro and they didn't get a single turret. That's what matters. Okay. Let's see it. That's good peel with the Q and Twin Shadows. Oh, with ult. Nice. Good bounce. That was great. That was great. Like, here's the thing about Speedy Boy. If you're playing Speedy Boy in low velo with Moby boots, that means you're faster, and a bad player would int faster and int more because you're more in the game, right? But yeah, props to you for not like running into them there and just playing your defense correctly. That was really good. Like, you just baited them into that play and you won. 5-2-14 is a great fucking game. You could have definitely not died either of the times, but it's cool. Okay, wait, what the hell? Was he waiting for you invisible? Oh, he came from behind again. What the hell? Here you just try to zone him and don't engage him. That's a mistake. You play the range because you have more range than he does. So. You play the range, wait for someone to go in front of you, and then you fight. Because again, value your own life. Let your teammates deal with that shit, especially when you're Velcoz. Okay. Garen going in. This is a bit risky, but I think he's fine. Oh, the minions! Where are we going now? You're going Landry's. That's a good call. Like, look at your vision score. 40-fucking-7. How many bronze players have 47 vision score? Please, like, just... How many bronze players have 47 vision score at 27 minutes? For reference, look at their support. Who is more of a support. 16. That's, like, almost as regular, guys. So that means he's now really utilizing his Sightstone and Sweeper. While you are. And that's a huge props. With this, like, you can ramp up cleanly. Like, definitely silver. Possible gold by the end of the season. Yeah, gold players don't have this vision score. That's part of the reason why Speedy Boy is great. Twin Shadows plus movement speed. And just dominates the map. Here you're going to right lane to push. Your team is not there though, but... Now you can take things into your own hands and just try to dominate and dictate the tempo, which is smart. Because this is what will happen in Bronze Elo quite a lot. People will just run through an inhib that's dead, which is fucking pointless unless you kill them all. And you're doing the correct play by bringing the wave. People are lazy to stop being aggressive for 25 seconds, push the wave. But if you push it, they're gonna easily rotate because they're lazy. But yeah. You can give a fuck about it, fine. Just go for it. Got elixir, yeah? Nice. Like that. Because your item build is clogged. You got nothing but elixir. This is great. This is correct call going bottom lane. This is correct call. They killed them brute force mid lane, but only because opponents made a mistake, and you shouldn't count on it, so you always play correct. And then you reset, go here, beautiful. I like that, dude. 54 vision score at the end. More like doubling their support. It's quite huge. Quite huge. You didn't die much. You died 3 times to Teemo, which is, I mean, could have been preventable, so there's time to optimize, obviously, but for this you look great. 1 death per 10 minutes. That's, if you can stick to that, you're gonna climb easily. Early game needs to be less spammy. You can continue going with the Ludens, but if you do Ludens, don't go to Twin Shadows. If you go Twin Shadows, try to be less spammy. And just be more decisive. If your teammates, like, if you recognize that the play is like possible, just go for it. Go for it. Make that play. A little bit of decisiveness. But yeah, the game is great. Highest damage in a losing game, in a winning game, but as a fucking support. And highest vision score. I called it an absolute hard carry. That is absolute hard carry, I swear. So this is just great. This, I like this. So yeah, like as long as you play enough games with Velcoz, you will get the silver easily. You will get silver easily, and gold is possible by the end of the season, which is where you get the reward and you can stop playing, and it's perfect. So yeah, props to you, old Shiloh man. That was good. That was like really good bronze gameplay. I don't see that shit much. Check Discord. I'm checking. Hopefully this was helpful a bit. So just keep it simple. Continue not dying. Continue getting vision score. Your macro is good for that elo. Just try to be less spammy, a bit more decisive. And you can push to the limits. You can play even a bit more aggressive. That way you can increase your game impact, which will in turn increase your win percentage. Because by playing passive, you're letting your teammates take the wheel, which, who knows, they may spaz fucking out and go right off the bridge, right? Ooh, I like this. Deep Velcoz. I like this. Got a deep Velcoz in there. You guys want a deep Velcoz? Guys want a deep water Velcoz? Here it is in the background. That was great. Oh my poggies. Ah, nice. Whew. Now I'm a bit hyped to win this game.